Right, if you were with us earlier, you'd have heard me ask Rob Dorset if we'd heard from the FA about what Arteta and Arsenal have said. He said no. I'm going to ask him again. Rob, have we heard from the FA about Arteta and Arsenal?
We have, in the last couple of minutes, Mike, significantly. And the FA have now contacted both Mikel Arteta and Arsenal to ask for their observations about this matter and about what both of them have had to say with regards to refereeing in the last few days. Now, that isn't a charge, and it leaves open the possibility of a charge. So we don't know whether Arteta and Arsenal are going to have anything thrown at them as a result of what they had to say. But it isn't a matter that's done and dusted as far as the FA are concerned here, clearly. And I think it's significant that this also brings in Arsenal into the equation. Everything you and I have been discussing in recent times, earlier this evening, and in the last few days, has been concerning that man on your screen there, the Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta. It hasn't mentioned anything. We haven't talked at all about whether Arsenal themselves may be charged because of the statement that they put out criticising the referees and demanding that the PGMOL improve their standards. So both Arteta and Arsenal potentially in the dock here. Of course, it's absolutely possible that no charge is brought, depending on what their written observations are when they reply to the FA. But it leaves that open as a possibility.
Surely the FA will need to charge both, because if they don't, surely they just open the floodgates to every club, every weekend, saying, we don't like that decision, and doing what these two did, Arsenal and Arteta.
Well, I think it's a really interesting one because, of course, we didn't get this response from the FA when Liverpool made their statement and when Jurgen Klopp made their statements criticising referees. Remember, Jurgen Klopp demanded a replay because of the disallowed Luis Diaz goal against Tottenham. There was no comeback from that. I think that's because all of the football authorities, the Premier League, the PGMOL and the FA, see the situation that Arteta and Arsenal are criticising as very different from the one that Liverpool were criticising. There was a fundamental failure of process in the VAR decision that disallowed that Luis Diaz goal. There wasn't in this case of Newcastle's goal for Anthony Gordon against Arsenal. That was a refereeing decision, a subjective decision, which both Arsenal and Arteta have taken umbrage at. And I think it's significant that in this statement from the FA, where they talk about giving us guidance on what may happen next, they've referred to their media essentials guide, if you like, the rules and the regulations that they sent out to managers and to us in the media right at the very start of the season about what they expected in terms of conduct from players and managers. And it said, as part of Rule E31, a participant shall at all times act in the best interests of the game and not to act in any manner which is improper or brings the game into disrepute. So that's what they're asking here. Is Arsenal's statement, is Mikel Arteta's comments, are they guilty of either of those things, bringing the game into disrepute or improper, not acting in the best interests of the game? I think there'll be a lot of people in football who have opinions on both sides of that, but depending on how Arteta and Arsenal respond to that, we'll find out whether either or both of them are charged by the FA in the coming days.